Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2016 Qatar Open. We're on a super series in the ITTF World Tour. I'm Adam Bobrow, and we are getting into the women's singles finals. It's Liu Shiwen, world rank #1, versus teammate, friend, and arch nemesis on the table, Ding Ning, the 2014 ITTF Star Player of the Year on the women's side, 2015 Star Player, standing right next to her, Liu Shiwen. Now, these two have a rich, long history of playing against each other, and it goes very deep, quite balanced as well, at least closer than many of the other top players. Head-to-head, Liu Shiwen and Ding Ning have played 19 times. And of those 19, the majority, 12 of them, have been won by Liu Shiwen. Last time they played was the Polish Open. There was an injury on the side of Ding Ning. The time before that, there was also an injury on the side of Ding Ning, and Ding Ning still won the match. It was the World Championship Finals. And if you look at their head-to-head results, which you can find on the ITTF website, ittf.com, the last almost countless times, all have Fs for the round. They played the finals almost every time they played, except for in the very early years of their career. Since 2010, I guess since the Asian Cup in 2010, they started playing finals, have only played in semifinals on 2 occasions. They're pretty well split, Ding Ning taking 7 of their 19. Ding Ning currently world rank #2. A little bit bigger strokes, a little bit bigger wingspan, not as quick recovery time. Power, yes, she's got a little bit more of that. Service variety, at least from appearance, that's for sure. Ding Ning, 25 years old, currently world rank #2 in the 2nd seed in this tournament. Liu Shiwen, 1 year younger, 24 years old, the 1st seed, sitting on top of the world rank #1 position. And to get here, Liu Shiwen has not dropped a game yet. Opening round, 4-0 over Hu Melik, 4-0 over Li Ho Ching in the next round. Patricia Solia, 4-0, which is an impressive feat. And then even teammate Ju Yuling. And Ju Yuling had won 3 out of their last 4 encounters, but Liu Shiwen took it 4 games to 0 to set the record straight, winning game 4, 11-2. Had another win in that, 11-3, so was very dominant in that match. There's Liu Shiwen. Liu Shiwen, a fan of fashion. When she's not playing, enjoys a bit of shopping. Ding Ning on the other side of the table, the Queen of Hearts in black and yellow. Started off this tournament in the first round playing defender Yuka Ishigaki. 4-0 win for Ding Ning. Another 4-0 over Jun Ji-hee, up-and-coming player from Korea. 4-0 over Han Ying, the chopper. And then 4-1 over Tie Yana in the last round. So not many dents, but has lost a game, unlike her opponent. This is a best-of-7 finals.
Left. One lock. Lock 2.
Liu Shiwen starting off strong. That name will be fixed on the screen shortly.
One, two. Left. 3-1.
off the top of the net, but Shiwen right now still controlling the angles. A little faster, closer to the table.
Let.
Beautiful shot covering the body. The middle there with the forehand. Ding Ning plays it out to the open side. Again, this is what happens when you step around. Sometimes you risk leaving open the forehand side of the court.
3-4.
We don't see Shiwen miss too many of those up at the table, covering a topspin shot, especially if it doesn't have a lot of pace on it. You can sense the touch play, both players waiting to see if the other one's going to open first, and as Ding Ning turns, Shiwen tries to put the pace back. Haven't seen Shiwen missing these shots so far in this tournament, but the shots are coming from different players, so the caliber of shot she's dealing with. World rank number 2, Ding Ning spinning it in. Recovery attempt. Ding Ning a little slow to get there. Awkward ball, though, down on the backhand side.
Let. 7-6. Let. 6-8.
Young belligerent fan out there. Kids be getting crazy. Shiwen up 2 points, though. Both players focusing through. Oh, top of the net, and it dribbles over right at the base of the net. Top of the net and out on the serve. Haven't seen too many reverse serves. Reverse tomahawks, yes. Inside out. Not so much 4 game points for Shiwen. Deep on the table, Shiwen staring it down. The place it bounced. Didn't appear to catch the edge of the table from there, just the last inch of the flat surface.
Let. 10.
And the pressure building. Remember, Shiwen has won 12 out of their 19 encounters. almost 2/3. Wide serve out to the forehand, and Ding Ning can't keep it on the short side of the table. 11-8, Liu Shiwen takes game 1, and we'll be back for game 2 just after this.
Yourself, ring.
Back for game 2. Liu Shiwen leading 1-0 over Ding Ning. Again, this is a best-of-7 match.
One love.
Ding Ning vocalizing, fired up at the start of game 2.
Left. Love 2. One, two. Three, one.
The service error has gone both ways here. So far, Liu Shiwen's held up under pressure, taking game 1.
Three, two.
Finding the middle again, Liu Shiwen with the short strokes and the quick recovery. You can see barely any follow through. She stops her racket right at the crossover point.
3-0.
With all these short strokes, Liu Shiwen's very comfortable staying right at the back of the table. Doesn't give up much in positioning when she hits the ball. Ding Ning a little bit longer stroke. It's going to be off the table more.
3-4. Five, three. Five, four.
Heavy top spin to the middle, a little bit shorter part of the table. Jamming Ding Ning. Again, Ding Ning needs a little bit more time to react sometimes. Slightly longer stroke than Liu Shiwen.
Four, six.
Break off the top of the net for Ding Ning. Again, when your teammate knows your game so well, your serves change sometimes. We're seeing different serves from Ding Ning than she's used before. No tomahawks so far yet.
4-7.
Even without her tomahawk, she's leading by 3 points in game 2.
Seven, 5.
And this time the net
7-6.
karma comes back. What goes around comes around. Usually anyway.
Let.
Back edge of the
7-0.
table, very faint. Normally, the player who hits it acknowledges first, but Ding Ning was staring at the table in disbelief. Yeah, and some of these replays in slow motion, as clear as the picture is, still almost no way to tell. Not on that shot, anyway.
And 7. Seven, 9.
This is 5 straight points for Liu. Shiwen was down 4-7.
Eight, 9.
This time leaning back a little bit. Tries to take this ball off the bounce. Not a lot from that angle, just standing upright.
Nine, odd.
And again, the back and forth continues, tied up here at 9 points each, the business end of game 2.
Nine, 10.
Ding Ning now with a game point to tie things up. The placement on that opening backhand. Also low to the net shots, both of them. And this time the arcing spinny shot takes it 11 points to 9. Ding Ning ties it up at 1 game each. We'll be back to see who steps ahead in game 3 just after this short break.
Listen.
Your serve. Love on.
Back for game 3. It's tied up. Liu Shiwen on top of the screen with the serve.
Let. One, love.
Break off the top of the net in the counter. Liu Shiwen keeps her streak alive. Liu Shiwen's tough to beat when she's on.
Net.
Point of the match. So far, look at this. Ding Ning sent off the table, chases down the wide to the forehand ball early on in the rally. After that step around the hooking one, comfortable fishing. That last ball that she lobbed just barely missed the table. I had actually wondered if it caught the edge. Fishing it up from deep in the backhand side, lobbing.
Net.
Just goes to show you that Ding Ning very much fighting for every shot, let alone point.
4-1.
And this is why the injury happened at the World Championships. Liu Shiwen so quick in control, moving Ding Ning around the backcourt, changing direction. Remember commentating it when it happened, Ding Ning rolling the ankle.
Net.
It's an interesting time for the let call. Very fast serve. Smart play right back to where it came from. Ding Ning with a fast shot off the bounce. Points are getting better and better. Liu Shiwen really testing that middle on Ding Ning. And finally, the finishing shot into the body. Feels like history repeating. Working the corners whenever she can, looking for the middle after that. 3 shots in a row to the middle, and finally one stops Ding Ning from attacking powerfully. Service errors have gone both ways. From let serves and serves very low to the net. This is the pressure players face. There's actually talk about the net height being changed, making a higher net, creating longer rallies with more spin. Not such fast, powerful short points.
4-7.
There's a powerful backhand to the short side of the table from Ding Ning. The average point length out here in this match is much longer than that of some other matchups. Both of these players a good counter for each other's power. And there's the reverse tomahawk. Liu Shiwen playing the short side quickly.
Let. Let.
flatter shot. Takes some side spin onto the ball as she hits the inside from the backhand corner. Ding Ning stepping around for the inside-out forehand. Takes a long time for the rally to get that deep. Ding Ning actually has that opportunity.
10-6.
That might be the first time I've ever seen the reverse tomahawk serve missed by Ding Ning. Trying it at home, you can be sure to miss it several times. It's a very difficult serve to execute. Tries to faintly brush the ball. Still quick in her step. Quick strokes from Ding Ning as well. Saves a game point out here. For Shiwen, she really has to stay focused to take this game. Ding Ning seems a little bit sharper as of the last point. Playing aggressive and wide early on. Doesn't have to be much, but the player with the lead sometimes softens up just enough for the other player to take advantage of opportunities. Another attempt at the reverse tomahawk. And Shiwen escapes 11 points to 8 for a 2-1 lead over Ding Ning. We'll be back for game 4. Stick around just after this short break. Game 4.
Joseph. Love ball.
And as we come back for game 4, you had a chance to see some of the Qatari fans here on the final day. Ding Ning trailing 1-2, serving to start off game 4. So much spin on that opening backhand. So Ding Ning is going to have to disrupt the pattern. The way she played at 6 points and 7 points in the last game, if she can keep up that intensity throughout, keep Shiwen a little bit off balance.
1 all.
And a well-placed serve does just that. Really amazing how resilient Shiwen is. She covers 2 big shots to the backhand and then finally gets a chance to turn and put the forehand pace on. Doesn't need much of an opportunity. Just give her a moment. She's there.
2 all.
And it's really a combination. Shiwen not only has fast feet, quick sliding steps, but also able to play the ball from off the body quite comfortably. Not having the longest wings, but even at full extension can play aggressively, keep the ball in play with pressure.
3-2.
Deceptive heavy underspin on the pendulum from Ding Ning. So this is not the first time today we've seen a ball hit directly at the head. Now, while the ball itself won't hurt someone, moving really quickly, turning the neck, can actually cause some injuries that no one would like to suffer out here.
3-4.
As long as the ball doesn't hit you in the open eye, typically the ball itself shouldn't cause too much damage to a player. Could hear the grunting Liu Shiwen forcing herself to stay forward and counter that ball early. Really trying to keep her weight in as the ball was played to the middle. Chose to open up the forehand. Fancy footwork from Liu Shiwen before the point.
5-4.
It almost looked like she didn't even move her racket when she hit that backhand. Such little motion, really timing it just right.
Let. Let. Four, 6.
Quality shot every time. Liu Shiwen, the backhand first. Deep to the wings. Corner to corner. A lot more commonly, you'll see her try and play to the elbow with Ding Ning. On the racket side, of course, the crossover point. The middle, as it were.
7-5.
That serve a little bit too decisively to the middle. By the middle, I mean in front of the body. Ding Ning takes it with the backhand out wide. Quick step in. And no problem reading the spin for Ding Ning.
Let.
Deep push, and suddenly it's tied up. Liu Shiwen could break the piñata here if she goes ahead 3-1. Risky serve deep into the backhand to start the point. Ding Ning quickly realizes she's under pressure. Takes the loop from the forehand side from off the table. Liu Shiwen's trying to play the middle. Generally a good strategy. It's just a little higher risk shot.
Let. Let.
Spins to the middle again from down low on the forehand side. This time successful. Very patient stroke. it's the follow-up attack. Shiwen can generate so much spin. It's also easy to underestimate the spin with such short strokes. Tough to know what's coming at you if it's something you haven't seen before. Now, obviously, Ding Ning has seen it many times before. A lot of players in the world don't have the opportunity to face Shiwen.
Let.
Both players wiping off the table surface, making sure every bounce is as clean and predictable as possible. Good, honest bounce, never hurt anybody.
9 on.
Right back in it, Shiwen now with 2 serves and the chance to step ahead to a 3-1 lead. Deep in thought about what to serve.
Let.
Long serve gets a long receive. Well placed out to the forehand. It's a half long serve on the forehand side. Pushed back in the step around to take the point. Now game point for Shiwen. There it is. Third ball attack again. Shiwen setting him up and knocking him down 11-9. It's a 3-game-to-1 lead. 1 game away from taking the championship. Shiwen races ahead. We'll be back for game 5 just after this. Back for game 5. Shiwen in the lead 3-1. This could be the last game of the match.
1 block.
And the way Shiwen has been playing so far, it looks like it will be. It's up to Ding Ning to break the rhythm. Not just break the rhythm, but I think earn some bigger shots. Hasn't been able to fool Shiwen too much with service.
Let.
Strong forehand attack, very decisive from Ding Ning. He missed the middle by a few inches, and suddenly it's just a solid forehand, especially if your opponent decides early enough what they're going to commit to. It's that fine balance, committing quickly but not too early.
2-1.
Some defensive play from Ding Ning, still up at the table. Smart serve deep into the body. A little bit on the backhand side of the table from Ding Ning to set up the third ball attack.
Let. One, 4.
Ding Ning is not ready for this match to be over. Again, tactics are always going to be changing. Anytime you're losing anyway.
5-1.
Yeah,
5-2.
another service error for Ding Ning. This time she's in the lead, though. Powerful backhand.
2-6.
Shiwen can't soften up on her receives. Not very high. The push. It's either going to have to be a long push. Kept a little bit more surprising in its placement.
3-6.
Short side of the table, Shiwen pounds it down the line. From 5-1 to 6-4. The lead is quickly evaporated here in the desert. So much power again. Shiwen, the ball comes up just a little bit. And with that little extra time, she makes a whole lot of it. Really, the strokes, not a big backswing. Stops right after contact. Ooh.
5-7.
Completely twisting the arm to try and cover the middle. It seems like most of the world is more comfortable with that tomahawk serve right there. But Shiwen sees the reverse tomahawk from Ding Ning much more. For Ding Ning to try and play it down the line on the first one. Wasn't down the line enough, not quite wide enough to cause trouble for Shiwen. It's as fast as they come. Asuka Sakai, fastest serve in the world. Hasn't been playing recently, but that right there, one of the fastest serves I've seen in some time from Shiwen. Threads starting to come loose for Ding Ning. The reverse serve gets the point.
Let.
Very rhythmic, steady play from Shiwen as she covers the backhand side of the table. And in the replay, you can see that very short stroke. For a minute, you might even think it's a glitch in the screen. That's just her stroke. Pixel or two moving. Short side, full commitment on the step round. Shiwen, when have you ever seen that? Close to the table, goes for broke here. Full commitment, wow. We've got 2 championship points for Shiwen. Oh, but not yet. Top of the net, and the ball comes up sky high. She can't believe she missed that opportunity. Still has a championship point here, but after missing that ball, if you end up losing the match, that ball hides under your bed, in your closet, and shows up in your nightmares. Second championship point.
Let.
This time she does it, taking care of business and closing it out for real. 11-9 in game 5, 4 games to 1. Liu Shiwen continues her winning streak over Ding Ning to make it 13-7 in their 20 head-to-head encounters. And we have a new women's singles champion here at the 2016 Qatar Open. It's Liu Shiwen, the woman of last year, the ITTF female star athlete, will be standing on top of the podium today in the #1 spot, holding on to her #1 world ranking and really giving the coaches something to think about in her campaign to go to Rio in 2016 this year for the Olympics. Enjoy some highlights from the match and stick around because we've got Ma Long versus Fan Jiandong for the men's singles finals coming up just after this.